So what kind of application you've been tested using Java? We can design using Java, and we can work with what is the syntax for creating a Java program. So these are the things which we studied in the last session, right? So the next one will comes under where you can run your Java programming. Where you can run your Java programming. So can you hear me? Is it audible?
Yeah,
Yes.
So we can run this program. We can run this program in multiple ways. Multiple ways. So one is by using command prompt. Second one by using NetBeans. Third one is by using Eclipse, and the fourth one using Android phones. Using this, you can compile your Java programming. So these are the ways where you can compile your programming. So this is the first part of your. Now in the first Java, we are going to learn what we mean by variables and what are the types of variables we are having. Okay, now first we should have to know what do you mean by variable. Anybody?
Variable is a
variable
container.
is
Which
holds the value.
Okay.
Variable assigned with the data type.
Which stores the data.
Okay.
There are three types: local variable, instance variable, static variable.
Okay. The variable is nothing but the value which changes during runtime process. During runtime process is known as variable. Now these variables, so it is a name of storage space which can use to store the data. What kind of data? It can store any type of data. It can store integer, it can store strings, it can store float values, it can store single, double. Okay, these data types can also store in this bar. Now it always be declared with a data types. I mean, whatever value we are going to assign, it should be declared with a data type. So the value which we assigned to a variable should be with a data type. Without a data type, you cannot assign the value to the variable. Now, how we are going to assign the variable? Variable declaration. Now, how we are declaring integer? So these variables can declare by integer. Int a equal to 10, something like. Okay. Now, next, I can declare as float marks equal to 90.00, right? 34 point something like. Okay. Character grade we can mention as A, B, C, or D, or something like. Okay. So the character will always be assigned with a single character, single quotes, and the float in Java, instead of float, we can declare as double also. So if you want to declare a double, or if you want to declare a float, we need to mention as float marks equal to 34.00F. Okay.
Yeah.
So it will automatically convert into the double itself. Then we double. Here int is here, for example, A is an integer. Next, marks is a float value. Next, grade is a character value. We can assign variable initialization. So we can initialize or
నిన్న రాత్రి కొట్టిన వాటిగా మట్ట గుడిసి పోతారు, అది పాయిజన్ రా మొత్తం. ఎంత పడ్డది రా ఒడ్డు నీళ్ళు. హలో,
Who is that actually?
వాడు వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో ఉన్నాడంట, వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్ వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో పెట్టారంట నైట్ తీసుకొచ్చి.
Who is the guy is speaking?
ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళ నాన్న తెచ్చారు, పైన
మాట్లాడుతున్నారు.
తీసుకొచ్చి తిరిగిద్దరు బస్ ఎక్కామని చెప్తాడు.
You can initialize the variable at the time of declaration. At the time of declaration of variable. At the time of declaration of variable or after declaration. So we can declare. We can declare. Now, whenever you want to assign or whenever you want to initialize the value to the variable, we can declare before declare assigning or before declaring or after declaring. How you can declare it? I directly can declare here the values with or else directly we can initialize it. Here I'm not initializing the value, just I'm going to declare. Just you can give like this. So we don't want to marks, semicolon, right? And when you go for grade, just character grade, just I don't want to assign any values here. So this is how we are going to only declaration part. We are not assigning any values. So if you want to assign the values to that part, so directly you can give us int a equal to 10, character grade equal to G, next float marks equal to 89.00, right? So in this way we can declare the values to. So that is an initialization values, and this is the assigning the values to the variable. Assigning the values to the variable. Now, what are the method? What is the method to be followed? We can also assign the initialize the variable at the time of declaration. At the time, this is the same. First one is the declaration, second one is assigning. What are the rules to be followed for a variable? Anybody? What are the rules? Anybody can tell me what rules to be followed for a variable? First,
It is not initialize the value.
the first letter of a variable, should be
capital.
alphabet or underscore just okay. Now see, when you come to the programming, I'll show you. That's I'll show you later. So first letter should be a variable or underscore. Next, what is the next one? The first letter of variable should not be any digit. Now we'll see the example for this. Underscore and alphabet. We can give A1 equal to 10. We can give it. A underscore 10 equal to 20. We can give it. Underscore A equal to 10. We can give it. Underscore A, we can give it. Okay, na? We can give in this way. Write it. These are all valid terms. Okay, na?
Yeah, Balakrishna.
Yeah.
Valid. Now, when you come to invalid terms, what are the invalid terms you come when you are declaring the variable? So we cannot declare it as it is showing that values or should not be accepted, right? See, we can't give as 1a equal to int 1a equal to 10. We can't give this int 1 underscore a equal to 2012. We can't give. This means that the variable should not accept any values for the first character. For the first character, these are all invalid. So first letter should be alphabet and underscore, and the first letter should not be any digit. Should not be any digit. Okay, na? Should not be any digit. Next, after the first character, we can contain any combination of characters or integers. Okay, so third one is, so after the first character, it may be combination of alphabets and digits. Okay, see, a underscore a1 1a equal to, we can declare like this, a1a we can equal to, we can declare in this way, right? So the first letter should be character, so we can declare in this way. So this is a, so for initializing integer, so this is the part we can assign the values. Any other things? Anything things? Next one is blank spaces are not allowed. Blank spaces are not allowed in the variable name. What are the blank spaces? For example, string t underscore a equal to, can we declare like this? Can we declare like this?
No. Yeah. I think no.
Can we declare like this? Yes, it will declare,
No.
right? Now, if I
Yes.
declare like this, will accepts. Will this accepts?
No,
No,
blank
under
space.
It's
bracket
not
required.
No.
Since
No.
it should not be capped in between the
Space.
space, there should not be any space. This is an
Space.
invalid.
Empty space.
Yes.
Empty
Yeah.
space. It should not accept it. Next, it should not be any keyword. The last one is the variable, the declaring variable should not be any keyword. What is the meaning of this? Anybody?
In Java, we have some predefined words we cannot declare with that predefined.
Yes. If I declared int equal to 10, can I declare like this? Since
No.
it is a data type,
No.
int is a
No,
keyword.
we cannot declare
We
like.
cannot
Yes.
declare. This is an invalid declaration. If I declare like this, int in equal to 12, we can declare like this. Since in is not a keyword, right? It is a variable. It is a variable. So
Yeah, ion is
Yes.
variable.
okay, so in this way we can declare. So the first letter should not be any digit. The first letter should be a character or a underscore, and after the first character, it can be any combination of characters or digits, and the blank spaces are not allowed. And declaring we should not declare the keyword as a variable declaration, right? So this is the,
Yeah.
now these variables, so each variable will have their memory allocations. Every variable will have a memory allocations. To get the index of the value, we are going for arrays. To get the index of the value, we'll go for arrays. If you want to get the variable value, just you can give int a equal to 10. That automatically the 10 will be assigned to the variable a, which is a part of integer. Now, these variables are of two types. One is called as a local variable, types of variables. One is local variable and other one is instance variable. Instance variable, and one more is also there.
Static variable.
Static variable.
Variables. These are the three types of variables. Now, before going to that, so where we can write the program? We can write the program, just now I told you, we can write the program in Eclipse, we
In
can
class.
write the program in NetBeans, We can write the program in Notepad. We can write the program in command prompt. We can write the program in Android phone. Now, to work with this, first we are going to work on Eclipse, right? When you want to write a program, we'll try to work on Eclipse. To do with Eclipse, most of the people have been working installing the Eclipse, right? Some people who doesn't know how to installation. Most of the people knows or not?
Yes.
Already
It's
everyone
already
has
installed.
installed already.
Okay.
Already everyone installed.
Yes, sir.
Programs.
So what is the first when you are creating a Eclipse? First, we need to install your Eclipse. So to go with the installation process, first we need to have your Java, JRE, JDK, and the last one, any other things? Do you require? That's all.
JVM.
JVM.
JVM is a part. Once you install JRE, JDK, that's more than.
No,
It's not necessary to go for JVM, right?
Yeah, it's enough.
Here, there are different versions are there. 1.7 version is there. JRE 1.7, JRE 1.8 version is there. Depending upon the Java, if you're going for 8, we can go with 1.8. If you're going for Java 7, we can go with 1.8, 1.7 JRE or 1.7 JDK, we can go with that. Now, in the Java, we are going to create, first thing is, we need to create a project, package, and a
Class.
Class.
now, what is the difference between these three?
In project, we have multiple of packages and classes.
Uh,
In package, we have multiple classes.
okay.
You can access the packages within the project. You can access any number of projects.
Collection of packages or modules is called one project. Collection of
Now,
classes.
classes.
Collection of classes or
Classes.
programs.
Interfaces.
Programs are sub-package.
It's called class is nothing but a single class, single program or
Variables and
collection
methods.
of
Variables and data types and methods.
that is data types,
Types,
variables,
variables,
methods, anything else, whatever it may be. So it can store this. So the single
package
program is called as a class, multiple classes is called as a package, and multiple packages is called as a project. Now in real-time scenario, for example, we want to write a program for login username, that is called as a class. If you write a program for username is a class. If you want to write a program for username, password, forgotten password, and click next, create a link, create a new username or create a new account. So when you combine all these programs, that makes as one. Login is a package. Login is a package. Inbox, compose, chart, draft. In that, when you combine all those things, that becomes as a package project. So Yahoo is a project. Login is a package. Username is a class. Okay?
Yes.
Username is a class. So these are the three things which you're going to create in your Java. So project, package, and a class. Now this class is, we already discussed this in the last session. Now what do you remember a class? We already discussed it. So what do you remember a class? A class is nothing but a
Collection of
Combination of objects.
Combination of data members
Yes, sir.
and member
Data.
functions. So whenever you're going for interview, the interview may expect something that which is a technical word they're going to expect from you. Member function and data member. That is the easiest thing which we need to mention in your class itself. We can't say collection of objects. Don't use the collection of objects. It is a combination of a data member and a member function. Is called as a class. Class can store any type of data, either in a data member or in member function. Okay, so class can store any type of data, either in data member or in member function or in member function. Next, the variables which are stored or which are stored inside the class is known as data member, example. If you go for example, class T1, under that int A1, here this is called data member. This is called as a data member. Next, member function is nothing but the functions which are declared inside the class. Example, class T2, int under that int A equal to 10. Under that you can declare as public void addition. So this part is called as member function. This is called as a member function. So these two combination is called as a class. Now what we are doing, just I already installed the Eclipse. Now ID, what version you are using Eclipse?
1. What's it?
1725.
They have been created a project Java 10, created a Java project 10. Now under that, when you are working in this, first it will ask you, there are different icons present in this Eclipse. So you can create a new Word application. You can create a Java project. You can just check the required project which you are getting from the GitHub, Git, or if you want to import, we can import the projects. We can launch the Eclipse marketplace where we can add all your required jars, or all if you want to add any test-ng, or if you want to add any Maven project. In that case, we used to go with this part. Now, existing project. If you want to open an existing project, current project, you can click on this. If you want to get the projects from the Git or local repository, using this icon, you can get the projects from the GitHub. Open an existing file, which file you want to open. If you want to go for the tutorial, you can go with that. Just samples. Okay. Now under that, either you can create a new Java project, or else you can click on the hide icon. You can click on the hide icon. Just click on the hide icon. So this, the left hand side, this is called as a project explorer. Which stores the navigational structure for the required project. Whatever the steps have been created, mean what are the add-in functions have been added, or what projects packages have been created, what modules in which module you are going to work. Everything, the hierarchical representation is nothing but a project explorer. The project explorer. So the project explorer will identify the navigational structure or representation or graphical representation for the required project. Now, and the below icon shows that this is the console where the user can identify the error bugging. Mean, in which line number, what kind of error we are getting out, what classes or methods or functions or variable declaration, missing syntax errors by the user, or nothing but user defined errors, system defined errors can be identified in the console itself. Next. Okay. Now I'm going to create a project in this. So go to file, and there are few more icons are present on the top of that. Okay, so now the first icon is file, where we can open a new file, or if you want to open existing file, or if you want to open a file from the library system, or if you want to see the recent files what we have been worked on. If you want, you can refresh the project. If you want, you can convert them into different ways, like delimit. If you want to put a comment on Windows, or you can use Unix or Linux, you can use the delimiters. If you want to import any file, you can import that file name also, from where you want to import the file. Now go to the file, go to new, click on the project, Java project. Now here, what is the project name? We need to mention the new project. So the mention as new project, new underscore project. See, what is the version we are using? What is the version?
16.
Yes. So just if you want, you can change your versions also. Java SC runtime error. Now, so the defaultly use an existing environment JRE. If you want, you can change your JRE also. You can change your JRE itself. Now, just when you click on the create next, so automatically it will ask you